And we are live with another edition of Let's Talk Broncos with your host, Kurt Valenti. Good evening, Mr. Valenti. How are you?
After last night, how am I? Stressed, very nervous. But I got
Sports
confidence,
stressed. Sports
but
stressed.
stressed. But I got a lot of confidence in our New York Knicks. We're gonna get it done either 6 or 7. So I'll feel better once we get it done. But a little sports stress, but very excited to talk Denver Broncos because I think we had a great draft and we finally, Jen, finally got our quarterback of the future.
Well, to be determined, right? TBD on that.
No, I'm
But
not taking. I'm no. We got our quarterback of the
I mean, you,
future.
you can't
Let's
say
go.
that you did. I mean, you might have, which is
Let's
good,
go.
but you don't know yet. You don't know yet. You don't know. You have to be honest. You don't know yet. But while you're tagging your people there, let's go through some our usual programming. You just fresh off your K&K show, another doing your double header for Wednesdays. Things have been a little bit different. So you got to kind of. I want to give a shout out to the Denver Bronco Roundup in K&K, who did 3 full days of live draft coverage. It was great. They did giveaways, they broke everything down. A real commitment of time from those guys, and they did an awesome job.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to again, spearheaded by Kenny and Keith Brugman. Albert Knopper's on the show. Ryan Scoop Woodham's on the show. Obviously Jody's always a part of it. Trevor Salzman was part of the whole. Was there for the 3 days. Scoops. Carson checked in. I checked in. Just with them very briefly, but those guys deserve all the credit in the world. They did a phenomenal job. It was awesome teaming up with them, and we always say they're our cousins, right? But hey, we're family with them, and they're unbelievable. So just a great job by them.
So yeah, nice job on the draft breakdown. Um, Another Denver Bronco roundup, or I guess, Colorado connection and K&K connection is the is it What's the Score with Scoops?
Yes, I believe so.
And he's doing his show on, is it still Saturday evenings?
He moved it to Sundays. I know Kenny's
Okay.
helping him out a little bit with that now, but yeah, he will do Sunday evenings.
I know we had
For
some
now.
changes, so I just want to make sure I correctly reflect those changes. And Kenny and Paul will be doing their New York show.
I believe they're going back to the Giants show. They've been doing the Giants. They alternate New York Giants football talk. I think Kenny said they're going back to the New York Giant football talk for this Monday night.
Okay, off of the draft as well. So I have
Yes.
Michael checking in saying good evening, Kurt and Jen. Hi, Michael. Thanks so much for
What's up,
watching.
Michael? What's up? And I know Michael's happy because Michael wanted our own quarterback, and we finally got one. So I think he's happy.
All right, let's get rolling. Kurt, what's a good opening statement from you this evening?
Real, you want to read that comment first, Jen?
Oh, sure. Let me just popped in there. Let me throw it up too. Keith Brugman checking in saying the K&K Sports Show is awesome, and the pick is in was made by all their hard work. So total team effort, Keith. Total
No,
team effort
and
between you
again,
guys.
spearheaded, and again, everybody was great, but again, the brain trust behind it was Keith and Kenny. So again, I want to give them an ultimate shout out, and again, Trevor, Albert, Scoops, those guys were on throughout the day. I believe Jody joined them a little bit. I think, well, obviously through the comments, everybody who was commenting, they had the giveaways. It was awesome, and just a tremendous job by those guys. And 3 days full of coverage, Jen. 3 days. It was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yep.
So opening statement, Jen, is I'm happy, man. I listen, we finally got it, right? We finally got him. And when I say him, I mean our quarterback of the future, our true quarterback. That's the rookie. That's going to be our guy, a guy that hopefully we grow with, not for the next 3, 4 years, but 10 years and beyond that. And he's our guy. Not only our guy, Jen, Sean Payton's guy. So no more BS on his side, right? No more BS on his side. Um, this is it. If it's sink or swim, if it doesn't work for him, right? If it doesn't work for him, listen, Sean Payton might be out of a job, but I'm a Bo Nix fan, Jen. I loved him as a freshman in Auburn. It's actually kind of funny because if you don't remember, we were at 60 George Russell, right? And we were watching that Saturday night game. And if you remember who his first game is, his first game was against, he threw a late touchdown. It was like I think it was like a fourth down, and he went for the whole, instead of trying to get the first down, he went for the whole thing. I think it was Seth Williams he threw the touchdown with, but ironically is he beat Oregon and he
I was
wound up
just gonna say
going
it
to
was
Oregon.
Oregon.
It was
Yeah.
Oregon, and he wound up going there. But you could just see right there, this kid has the quote unquote it factor. I love the fired upness, but this is a kid, man. Let's go. You talk about completion percentage and accuracy, and let's go. So I'm ecstatic. It's the Bo Nix era. It's the Bo Nix era, and let's go. Jen, you want to make some
Kurt, we got
comments? Sure.
Clayton checking in saying, "Hey guys, hey Clayton, thanks for watching."
Of course.
Kenny checking in saying, "Good
Kenny?
evening," and he's saying it was where I just lost my comment there. It was a Super Bowl winning team, and then Keith saying, "Settle the scores with scoops." On 8:30 Mountain Time on Fridays, your Colorado Rockies podcast. And a question from I'll get back to Keith's question, but a question from Kenny. If it doesn't work out, and he's saying, of course, he hopes that it does, but if it doesn't work out, who goes? Bo Nix or Sean Payton?
Um, wow, that's such a tough question. I'm going to say Sean Payton.
Wow.
I'm going to say Sean Payton. But I think this is going to work out. I really do. Again, Jen, Sean Payton, we got on him a lot with the Russ thing, but there's no doubt about it. He's one of the best head coaches in the NFL, one of the best play callers probably in the last 20 years. You've seen what he did with his offense, with his quarterback in New Orleans, and now he's got his guy. And when I say his guy, I really truly believe he's the closest player to what Drew Brees ever was, shorter on the shorter side, very accurate, like that's the thing, a quick decision maker, but the accuracy is what I think that he wants. He doesn't take sacks. Let's go. Let's go.
We got Pearl checking in
What's up,
saying
Pearl?
hello. We got Peter Johnson saying, if Bo starts and doesn't work right away, I don't think Peyton deserves to be sacked right away. This team still has a lot of holes in the roster. I think Peyton deserves one more offseason to try and fix
Oh yeah,
things.
I'm all in.
Let me finish reading his
Okay.
comment. Love the draft and excited for the future. Go ahead.
Thank you for Peter for watching, and 100% Peter. I agree. I'm not saying right now because listen, Jen, Peyton Manning, when he was a rookie, he led the NFL ever. He threw the most interceptions as a quarterback. Is Bo Nix going to make mistakes? Of course. It's not going to be, all fine and dandy with Bo Nix. It's not. So when Kenny asked me that question, I didn't mean after 8 games, am I firing Sean Payton? No. This combination, Jen, has to get 2 years. I 100 agree 100%, especially since we're going to have so much money next offseason, right? Because we're going to be able to build this now how in Sean Payton's way. So yes, he got last year, but now it's this year and then next offseason. So 2 seasons. If it doesn't work after that, then we got problems. But I agree with Peter. And this year, I'm going to be honest, as long as Bo Nix plays, Jen, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter with a record. It doesn't. But I want Bo Nix every snap. This is his team now. And because there are going to be growing pains, there's always growing pains. Very, very rarely does it happen.
Pearl's agreeing with you, saying, "Look at John Elway. He was not good his first 2 years. It takes time." And Jody Moncrief is saying, "If it fails, they both go."
Well, yeah. I mean, again, how much? How much? Right? Like again, I agree with Peter where I'm not going to go. If they're 2-4, they both go. No, that I don't agree with. But after I think they get 2 full years. If not, then they both go. Sean Payton doesn't get to pick another quarterback Absolutely. Sean Payton does not get to pick another quarterback. Agree or disagree with that, Jen?
I mean, I would have to agree. I would say again, when you gave him what he wants, this is his chance. So
This is it. This is it. If he
yeah.
doesn't get it right with Bo Nix, then it's over for Sean Payton in Denver. 100%. But
Kenny's saying he wrote down what you said and the time, so you can't go back and change
yeah,
your
no,
mind.
no. I mean, I don't know. Is that fair that, he really should get, again, Jen, you're talking up almost $100 million in free agency money. See, this is one thing I disagree with Kenny. He keeps saying Nix was the last of the 6 in the first round, right? So he's saying I disagreed with him on this. Um, he's saying because he went number 6 out of the quarterbacks that he was the 6th best quarterback. Let me ask you something, Jen. And I forgot the year of the draft. Mitchell Trubisky and Deshaun Watson got drafted over Patrick Mahomes. Was Patrick Mahomes the 3rd best quarterback in that draft?
Yeah, I know. It's really about
No.
like what you want, Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. Was Tom Brady the 42nd best quarterback? No, I
Right,
mean,
right, right.
it doesn't matter
And
where you
you can
go.
if you go back over drafts in time, you can't look at
Right.
every draft in the order they were drafted in. It dictates how they
Right.
panned out in the NFL.
That means not listen, it's not my fault that somebody took Drake May over Bo Nix. I mean, listen, good. Get Drake May out so I get Bo Nix. That doesn't mean Drake May's the 3rd best quarterback in the draft. I mean, that never means that. Lamar Jackson, out of the whole draft, though, it went Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Lamar Jackson, right? I mean, the first 3 out of 4, they're no good. So
Jo
you
Jody's saying Dan Marino was the
right,
6th
but
quarterback in '83.
that doesn't mean that's where they got drafted. That's shame on those other teams. The guy for the Bears, that's probably why he doesn't have a job.
But it
He
also
took
goes
Mitchell
but it also
Trubisky.
goes back to the, like, you can't really have a true predictor of who's going to be successful. You can't.
Right.
You
No,
you
no, no, no.
can't.
Jen, it's all fit. We sit here every week. It's all
Yeah.
fit. It really is. It's now. I said this on K&K tonight. Even though I'm a Bo Nix fan, Bo Nix in New England would fail miserably. It would not be good. Bo Nix in Washington probably is not working. Maybe I like Bo Nix with Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? Like just like Drew Brees was okay. Drew Brees was a average quarterback in football. What made him the Hall of Famer is pairing him with Sean Payton. Like that's the difference. That's why I think it definitely 100% matters. So, I'm not worried that he went 6th. I'm glad he went 6th and we got him. I don't believe in because I got drafted higher than you, I'm better than you.
But,
That
like,
means nothing.
if they like, that's who they wanted, so that's why they took him there. If they had wanted one of those other quarterbacks, they would have had to do something to get them.
Right.
So,
And rumor is that Sean Payton loved 3 quarterbacks. And again, this is from Benjamin Albright. So again, he's got sources there. He said the Broncos quarterback board was Caleb Williams 1, Daniels 2, Bo Nix 3. That they were never in on JJ McCarthy, never in on Drake May, never in on Penix, but down the road, but there was never high on those other 2 guys, and that's what their board was. So, like Kenny's making an argument, just saying they were going to take any quarterback. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that 100%. I think every team, honestly, got the quarterback that they really wanted. I really do. And you look at the draft, right? 1, 2, 3, you're going to have your almost your pick, right? Williams was always going 1. Hey, Washington took Daniels over May. The Giants wanted May. There was another team, the Vikings wanted May. But other than that, listen, the Giants could have took JJ McCarthy, but they didn't, right? If Drake May was there, they were going to take Drake May. The Vikings wanted Drake May and JJ McCarthy. So they moved up and got JJ McCarthy. The Broncos wanted Bo Nix. They got Bo Nix. So Penix wanted, the Falcons wanted Penix. So, hey, everybody got, Jen, when you talk about fit and what they think that they want. So, I think everyone's happy.
We have a Mark Calderio checking in
Let's go,
saying, "Hey,
Mark. Let's
sir."
get this done tomorrow, Marky. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks. Let's
And
go.
Jody's saying he doesn't buy the story that they baited the Vikings so that they could draft McCarthy. He's saying he doesn't buy that. Kurt, I want to go back up to a question that Keith posed. Hold on, let me find it. I want to put up. They're saying if you eliminate Bo Nix from the equation, right? Who was your favorite pick in the draft that the Broncos made?
Oh, the running back Estime from Notre Dame. I know that's Paul Rosen's guy, co-host on the K&K Sports Show, but this guy is a beast. Jen, I sent you the picture and I said, just look at our new running back. And what did you say?
Beast.
Remember Beast? I mean, the guy, he looked like a wrestler, right? And this is why, and I think I saw this from Cecil Lammy, another, Bronco guy, 104.3 The Fan. He's awesome. And he said, what that pick showed him is with Estime and Javonte Williams, they're gonna pound the football. And you know what, Jen? What is a quarterback's best friend?
I'm gonna guess a running back.
A running game. A running game. And what's a best friend? What is a best friend for a rookie quarterback? A running game. And you know what? Now you got this monster of Javonte Williams along with Estime. They're just two big backs, powerful back. People are saying he's like Derrick Henry. You give me a guy like Derrick Henry on the team, I'm going to run that ball. Still got P. Ryan, McLaughlin. Hey, that's going to be his Kamara, like that's his home run back. They also got their the unrestricted free agent, paid a lot of money, so he's going to stay. But I love what we did in this running game, and let's go. I just think the running game for him, Jen, is going to be so helpful for a quarterback where it's not on his shoulders. And but that's the guy. Physical. We always talk about running it down the Chiefs' throats, right? Listen, this guy is a beast, man. He's a beast. And you know what? Jody's saying he's going to be the starting running back soon. I think he will. This kid is
I was
that
just
good.
gonna get those
That good.
comments in, right? Pearl's calling him a tank. Jody saying was agreeing with you that that was his favorite pick and that he'll be a starter very quickly. Michael Ronquillo saying that Philip Rivers talked to Sean Payton
Yeah.
about Bo Nix and said, "Go get him."
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's a compliment, right? I mean, you got a guy borderline quarter. I know we didn't like him around in Denver with the Chargers all those years, but you have to respect how he plays. And hey, if he says, he's high on him, again, I love the fit, and I love how Sean Payton just said when he went to the workout, the private workout, and he was just like got in the car, and his words were like, oh my God, like I don't believe what I just saw. Like we got to get this guy. And the thing I love about him, Jen, is I always say on this show, you need that it factor, right? Like you need somebody that's going to go into Arrowhead and say to Mahomes, yo, let's go. Get on my back. Let's go.
We
That,
got Michael agreeing with you that Estime is his favorite
yep.
pick. Kenny saying Troy Franklin should be everyone's favorite. If Nix is going to be a franchise quarterback, Franklin will be the reason.
Yeah, that's his boy from Oregon. Stud receiver, big time speed. Nick's his favorite guy at Oregon. We drafted him. He slid, which is beautiful. We picked him up on Saturday. Early, we moved up to get him. And hey, just another weapon for Bo Nix. But let me get back to this though, real quick, Jen, real quick. The thing I love about Bo Nix is that moxie, right? You
Yeah,
need
yep,
that moxie. And you know
100%.
what? You're going to see the fired up with the touchdown. You're going to
Little
see it.
like Drew Lock was
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? Yeah, a little like Drew Lock. Yeah, but
with that
he's
moxie, the
yeah
moxie
with that
part.
moxie. And you know what? But you need that as a quarterback. You're not okay. Here's Trevor Simeon. Okay, here's Teddy
So that
Bridgewater.
Bo Nix will be a little more mature than Drew Lock.
Yeah, yes. But you know what? That's a guy, he ain't going to be, rattled going into Kansas. I mean, listen, it's the NFL. He's going to be, of course, your first couple times, whatever, but he ain't going to be afraid to go there. He's Bo Nix, man. He's Bo Nix. Come on. So that's what I love about this. And because that's the kind of quarterback you need. You need with that it factor. Hey, he's unbelievable, mate, with his legs. He could make a play when he needs to make a play. Hey, he's a pocket passer first, right? That's what I want. I want a pocket passer first who's mobile, who can, hey, he has to run, I don't want a running quarterback. I want a mobile quarterback. Can you have design runs? Yes. But can he improvise and make plays? Yes. And you know what? He's ours. He's ours. He's young. He's going to be here for hopefully for a long time. And we finally got one. And you know what? Let's do this thing the right way.
All right,
Right.
let me get a few of these comments in, and I have a good little segue into a next little segment for you here. Jody saying that he hopes he wears a jersey that actually fits him. LOL. Michael saying he's been following Bo Nix. He came to the Pac-12, which is funny because I think he was on our radar so much sooner, Kurt, just because of
Yep.
Auburn,
Yep.
and like you think about the West Coast really maybe didn't, until he went to Oregon. But
Yep.
here's Trevor's comment, Kurt. Let me read this
What's
one
up,
to you.
Trevor?
He's saying, "Hey, Kurt and Jen, great to see you guys. Hey, Trevor, thank you for watching. Bo Nix is the guy. See what he can do in 1 year. Build around him and set up for success in the future. Another bright spot is Denver didn't have to give up the farm for a quarterback. All
Yeah.
right, here's where I want you to go with this one. How do they need to build around him?
Well, again, first and foremost, you have to build around this kid's strengths, right? And that's why I do like Sean Payton. And I'm not, again, I've always been torn because I'm a Russell Wilson guy, right? I've always liked Russ. Hey, I still like Russ. I wish him luck, except when he plays us. But hey, that's out with the old, in with the new, right? We have to build around this kid's strengths. All right. We have to give him a legit running game. All right. You need that running game in the NFL. You can't just expect. I understand CJ Stroud and this guy and stuff like that. It doesn't work like that though. We have to build a running game. We got Javonte Williams. Now we got Estime. You got McLaughlin. Hey, P-Line. Let's keep doing it. Let's build this offensive line. Let's get this offensive line a top 5, top 6 in the NFL. So we're protecting him, and 2, we're going to be able to run the ball. All right. First and foremost. Next, hey, I still want to be a defensive team. Nothing's going to change in my eyes because we got Bo Nix. I still want to be a run the ball, play defense guy. That's what I want. And now I want my quarterback who has the quote unquote it factor to make 4 to 6 big plays a game. That's what I want. And that's what I want to do. So how do you build it, Jen? Offensive line. Just keep building this offensive line. Hey, if our centers don't work out this year, we got to go out and we got to go get a center. Let's give this kid as many weapons as we can. Defensive side of the ball. Hey, let's build one of the best defenses in football that can stop the run. All right. Can stop the run. We got to find another corner. We drafted one last year. We had the signing from Pittsburgh. We got to get another corner opposite of Surtain. We have to find linebackers, right? We have to. Is Sanders going to be a linebacker? We spent the second round pick. Is he going to be on the edge? Is he going to be inside? But let's build that defense, build that O line, get him as many weapons as we want, and let this kid. This is now this kid's team. This is this kid's era. There's no more. I'll say this again, Jen. I know we're gonna get into this. We're not gonna. I don't want to hear the word quarterback competition. We have to wait. I don't want to hear it. We are all behind this kid now, Bronco country. We're behind him. This is his job. There's no him versus Zach Wilson, him versus Jared Stidham. The only competition is Stidham and Zach Wilson for the backup job. That's it. And it really should be Zach Wilson. Get rid of Stidham.
Let
Day
me ask
one.
you this. We got you know, Michael was agreeing with you that they need to build an O line around Bo Nix. And I'm gonna get back to Jody's comment because I want to know, are you mad they didn't get him a tight end? Right. And then let's get back to that one because I feel like everybody's talking like he's gonna start. So does he play right away?
He should. Why not? Why not? What are we waiting
Jody's
for?
saying, let Nick sit and learn from Stidham,
Yeah.
LOL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, see, this is where we're going to get back into this conversation. Would I let him sit for a year behind Russell Wilson? Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Would I let him sit? What is he going to learn from Jared? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. What is he going to learn from Jared Stidham? Seriously, what is he going to learn from Jared Stidham? What's he going to learn from Zach Wilson? Nothing. What would he learn from Teddy Bridgewater? Nothing. Let this kid play, man. We spent number 12 on him. Let's go. He's played the most games ever in college football, right? He's got the extra year. Okay. He was unbelievably accurate, unbelievably productive. His touchdown ratio last year was, insane. He doesn't take sacks. Why wouldn't this kid play? I saw CJ Stroud played last year. I saw Young play, right? I saw Trevor Lawrence do it. Why can't he play? Let's go. You're not going to learn anything from you're not going to learn from people that aren't better than you or that aren't even a legit starter in the NFL. I'm going to watch Zach Wilson turn the ball over left and right. Why? Do it yourself. Let him learn and get out of your system. No way, Jen. No, this is his team. We build this team and we run this offense for him. This is Bo Nix's team right now. So I don't want to hear people, we got to do this in competition and sit. No. Is he going to be great this year? No. He's of course not all the time. Of course he's going to be making mistakes, but I don't care. Make mistakes, learn on the job. This is Bo Nix's team.
Kenny wants to know, why was he the sixth quarterback off the board? If he had all these amazing numbers, he should have been top 3.
Well, let me just answer. Then before I answer Kenny's question, I want Kenny to answer it himself. Why was Patrick Mahomes the third or fourth quarterback out of their class? Why
was Tom Brady
why was
drafted?
Tom Brady
Yeah.
the 30th 20 whatever quarterback? But let's just go to Mahomes. Why was he the third quarterback? Why was he behind? All I keep hearing is he's the best quarterback of all time. Why? Elway went one, Manning went one, Mahomes didn't go one. Mahomes had Mitch Trubisky and Deshaun Watson went ahead. So why did that happen? You know what? People make poor decisions. People look and see, you just can't take, and I'll say it, I'll say it again. Bo Nix wasn't going to go, hot, Bo Nix has to be with a certain coach, right? The same thing with Penix, right? I mean, let's be honest. If you look at pure passer, Penix was probably the pure best passer in this league, right? I mean, in this draft, but it doesn't matter. It's fits. It's what people want to do. There was really, Caleb Williams was the clear cut, but after that, there really wasn't a clear cut. But I don't believe in that where you got drafted. Was Terrell Davis the, 6th round draft pick? Was he the 15th or 20th best running back? Shannon Sharp. I don't believe in that. I don't. You go get your guy. My guy could be different than your guy, Jen. Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
It doesn't mean
exactly.
because you pick guy 1 and I pick guy 2, guy A is better because you picked him higher. That never meant that.
Kurt, Trevor has mentioned about Bo Nix's age, right? That he's 24, he's not 21. He can play day one. You think that's another reason Sean Payton loved him. But speaking to why Sean Payton loved him, want to talk a little bit about how they were so impressed with how he memorized the playbook in such a short amount of time?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Again, that is big with Sean Payton, right? Like Sean Payton wants an understanding of the
I shouldn't
offense.
say memorize the playbook. I don't mean to
Picked it
misspeak.
up. The install, picked it up.
The part that they gave him,
Right, the
he was
part that they
able
gave
to
him.
implement. Yeah.
And you know what? Like, you look at it and when people say, oh, it doesn't matter. First of all, Sean Payton's offense is very it's a complex offense, right? Like it's high end. There's a lot of stuff going on and stuff like that. We joke about you're not going to read cue cards, right? Like a Paxton Lynch, that's not going to work with the Sean Payton. Like he doesn't want to do that, right? So a guy like that will never get drafted by Sean Payton. So, yeah, I think that was huge on that. Like he couldn't do things. And again, one of the big complaints with Russ is Russ couldn't do a lot of that stuff. Like that's not the kind of quarterback Russ is, right? Russ isn't a really read the defense kind of quarterback. Russ is more of, hey, if the first read's not there, boom, I'm going to go try and make a play with my legs and do something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And he's a great player doing that. But that's not what Sean Payton wanted. Sean Payton wanted, my offense is here, here, here to there. Check, and that's fine. That's what he wants. And that's what Bo Nix is. And when Kenny keeps saying that he can't be great, I'm not going to say, I never say he can't be great. I mean, you know, was CJ Stroud great? I mean, CJ Stroud was good. I wouldn't use the word great. He was good. Was Trevor Lawrence great? Was Andrew Luck great? I mean, was Peyton Manning great? Like I said, he threw the most interceptions of a rookie of all time. But listen, this kid's got to play, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Kurt, what type of team is this 2024 Denver Broncos team shaping up to be?
It shouldn't be, Jen, it shouldn't be anything different than we were last year, right? It should be a run the ball, defense first team. There's no reason why we can't. A lot of these people, we're going to tank. We're not going to be good. We don't have talent. Because we got rid of Justin Simmons. Like, I like Justin Simmons, but listen, I mean, should he have been the highest paid safety in the league? No, he didn't make those kind of plays. I love Jerry Jeudy, but Jen, just sometimes like you got to move on, right? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he never, he had the best quarterback play, but I mean, he did have Russell Wilson, who's probably going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, wasn't on page with him either. So, right, Cortland Sutton had a great year. Jerry Jeudy didn't. So, what did we really lose, right? Cushenberry, a center, like Josie Jewell. Like, what did we lose? We won 8 games last year. Okay. I think, we're going to emphasize, and I think Sean Payton's going to, hey, we're going to get this two-headed of beast, like what Pearl said, beast monster running game with our home run hitters, McLaughlin with P. Ryan throwing them in. And, we're going to lean on our defense. I think it's a defense first a run first defensive team. That's what I think it is. And that's what it should be. It's how we're going to win. I don't need Bo Nix to throw for 400 yards. I don't want him to. Not going to say it's not going to happen at all, but I don't need him to do that every week. That's not how I want to.
We talk about this all the time too. You want a quarterback that has that ability to make those big plays when needed.
Right. Great point.
We got Albert checking in saying hello.
What's up, Albert?
He's saying,
Albert, great job on the draft show with Kenny and Jody and Trevor and Scoops. Awesome job.
He's saying Drew Sanders really has to step up now that Jewell is gone.
He does.
And Jody's saying the real steal of this draft was trading for JFM.
Yeah, great trade with the Jets. Hey, we kept some cap space. The Jets just didn't have the money, listen, they're paying a lot of high price players. They had to get rid of somebody. I think it was a 2026 fifth round pick. I think it was a 26, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pick, not that it means nothing, but listen, we get a legit defensive starter now. We needed somebody to play the D line. So great move by the Broncos.
Kurt, Kenny has a question. If there's any concern that Nix doesn't have a veteran quarterback in the quarterback room with him that's worth mentioning or mentoring, do you think that's going to impact him at all?
I said this on the Broncos show when I called in. I'm sorry, the draft show. I said this the other night. No, because RG3 made a great point the other day. He did it. He had Bo Nix after the draft, came on the show and did like a quick interview with him. And he made a point which I absolutely loved. He said, the first thing I would do if I was Sean Payton is I would get Drew Brees to go to Denver and spend 2 months with you and work that offense. I'm not a believer.
What better tutelage than
why not? I mean, not for nothing. I don't want him learning from Jared Stidham. What's he going to learn? Let me ask you, what do you learn from Jacoby Brissett? What do you learn from Teddy Bridgewater? What do you learn from Ryan Tannehill? You don't. I'm sorry, you don't. I mean, you're not learning from Russell Wilson. You're not learning from Eli Manning. You're not learning from Phillip Rivers. You're learning from like these guys, they're backups. Like you're a better quarterback. You're a better quarterback. you don't learn from somebody when you just walk on the field and you're a better player than them.
Let
I
me get
don't
some
believe in that.
Let me get some of the answers from the audience here. Michael saying no because he has 61 career starts. I
Yep.
was thinking the same thing. Again, how
Agree.
Trevor mentioned he's 24. He used that fifth COVID
Yep.
year, so he has a ton of experience. He's always been like a mature
Yep.
in player in terms of like game management with the game on the line. I've always been impressed with his poise, even at Auburn. Jody saying no because Peyton's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. I love Jody's on fire tonight with the
You know
funny
what?
comments.
Jody's right, though, right? Jody's right. And again, somebody just made Pearl. Hey, Pearl said another one. Read that one.
Right. Well, I was wondering, I'm interested that I mean, I know Drew Brees was Sean Payton's guy, but I was surprised you didn't say Peyton Manning was going to be there to
Why not?
provide
Hey,
guidance as
why? You
well.
see, those are guys I want him to learn from.
Ooh,
Those are guys.
I like Albert's comment. Here we are saying how he would learn, but Albert's got a good comment too. He's like, I don't think it will hurt our quarterback room. No bad influence from
Right.
veteran
Like, let's
quarterback.
just listen. I'm not picking on Teddy Bridgewater tonight, but let's just play a little game here. Okay. All right. It's 3rd and 10. So I'm watching Teddy Bridgewater in this game. Third
He's
and
gonna
10, he
dink it
throws
for
it 3
4
yards.
yards.
30 yards. Ted, why are you throwing it there? Well, just don't want to make the mistake. So is that what I want my guy to do? Throw it 3 yards? No. No, 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 no. So Albert's right. No. Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Sean Payton.
And
Why?
Jody makes a good comment as well, saying that Davis Webb is
Yeah,
like a
the
veteran
quarterback, right?
quarterback as the quarterback
Exactly.
coach.
Right. There's your vet, the coach. There's your vet. But you know what? Let's take even him out of the thing. Who am I going to lean on and learn from? I got Peyton Manning. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
I
Saw
got
the
Drew
bus.
Brees. I got Drew Brees. He a Hall of Famer?
Uh, is he yet?
He's gonna be.
Yeah.
I got Sean Payton. Is he gonna be a Hall of Famer?
Probably.
So what do I need Ryan Tannehill from to learn from? Those are the guys I want to learn. Absolutely not. I don't care what I'm with Albert. I don't want any negative people in that room. Anybody. I don't want anybody. Those other guys are backups. He could just ask them, hey, who washes our clothes here and what time is dinner and like that stuff. But on the football field, I don't want Bo Nix to learn anything from Zach Wilson, anything from Jared Stidham, or anything from anybody else. Learn from Sean Payton, Breeze, Peyton Manning, and do your thing. I don't want him to learn anything from those guys.
Pearl saying she was
And
never a
wait,
fan of
am I stupid for making that comment, Jen? Is that
No,
stupid?
no, not at all. I agree. I think everybody made and you don't seem to be alone in your thinking. Everybody
Right,
kind of, they're in a unique situation where they have some other things that will help him that would be better,
right.
and again, I like Albert's no negative influences either. But speaking of Teddy Bridgewater, Pearl saying she was never a fan of him.
Me either, Jen.
I was
We're enough.
waiting. I was like, neither was Kurt. Teddy two
Ah,
gloves. Teddy
ah.
two gloves. Kurt, if you had to grade the Broncos on their draft picks, what would you be giving them?
Again, I want to be fair. Um, I don't want to be a homer and say a total A and stuff like that. I like this draft. I'm going to say a B plus, Jen. B plus
Okay.
because one, I'll tell you a couple things why. One, we went and we got our guy. You know, I don't want to hear, and I've never been a believer in. You could have moved back and get Bo Nix. We don't gamble because the people were saying Bo Nix could have got drafted 13 by the Raiders, right past us. He's
Hmm.
somebody's guy. We didn't try to get cute. We didn't try to. All right, we moved down. Yeah, but he's the. Listen. If you just take prospects, right, and you just say, was Bo Nix the 12th quote unquote prospect? No. Was JJ McCarthy the 10th best prospect? No, but quarterbacks are different. Donovan Mitchell. Oh, why did Donovan Mitchell go 12? Well, people were saying you shouldn't take him in the top 4, but now you would go and say they should have took him in top. I don't believe in that. Go get your guy. This is too early. I don't believe it. Go get your guy. And if your guy works out, don't matter what you spent. It don't matter where you took them.
Jody's giving them a B. Michael's giving them a B. Back to the quarterback situation. Albert saying he would not want even Aaron Rodgers as a vet, whispering to the new quarterbacks, "He's such a diva." I agree. Bad
I like it.
influence. I
I like
agree.
it. No,
Here's
I
their
like
first year in the league, and this is the who's telling them how it's done. Yeah, Jody saying Pentic's getting picked at 8 scared Denver that they could lose Nix moving back.
it. Hmm.
Pearl's also giving Denver a B in their draft because we didn't have a second round pick.
Yep. But you know what? The only thing is, again, that you can't fill every hole, right? I mean, you're only going to have a certain amount of picks. And Pearl's right. We didn't have a second round pick. So the one spot we kept saying is tight end, tight end, tight end. Now, I know they got the unrestricted free agent. He's like a rugby kid player. He played like rugby style football and all that. But it's something we still have to fix, right? We still have to fix it, and we will. I mean, it's not like we have nothing. We do have Dulcich, right? Kroll's back, but Dulcich is the key because Dulcich is the kind of guy in our offense. If this kid can stay healthy, Jen, it's like wow. I mean, he's a big receiving threat. The problem is he's always hurt. So make a break year for him, but that is something either we have to still fill via trade in this offseason or we get to next offseason.
Albert grading, giving them a B plus. All you Broncos fans seem to be in agreement. B plus. Kurt has another. I'm sorry, Kurt. Kenny has another question. He said his last question on Knicks. What would you like to say to all the media and to Kenny who give the pick an F?
It was so funny. So funny he asked me that because I just saw this tweet maybe yesterday or Monday, but they put that tweet of the person giving them an F next to another reporter a couple years ago that gave a team an F. Do you know who that team and that player was?
Wait, say that again. I
There
was
was a tweet where, because Kenny's right, there was a reporter who gave him an F.
the
Gave the
Broncos.
Broncos an F for the pick
Okay.
of Bo Nix. But this person on Twitter put that grade next to another grade
Oh,
from
when
the
they
prior
also
draft.
got okay.
It wasn't the Broncos. It was another team that drafted a quarterback. And when they did that report card, that reporter, not the same reporter, but that reporter back then said, this team is an F for drafting this quarterback. Who do you think that was?
Hmm. Let's see. I'm thinking. Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ah.
So what does that mean? Like what is that reported? Like, come on. I mean,
Hey, everybody said you what? Why are you paying all that money to Jalen Brunson? And now it's like the bargain
right.
of the
Jalen
year.
Brunson. How many people? What ridiculous. I mean, it's the best contract in basketball, and the guy might be the top 3 point guard in the NBA. I mean, let's be realistic, right? Like, you can't worry about what people say, right? People say Tom Brady should have never got drafted. Terrell Davis, who's this guy? 6th round pick. Why he's never, you can't say that. Dan Marino, the 6th quarterback. What we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Matt Staffiaro's checking in saying, got the quarterback, no excuses. I've preached it for months. Peyton values scheme fit. Nix is that fit.
Let's go, Matt. Let's go. Hey, 100%. Matt was definitely always on Knicks. And if that's his guy, right? If that's Peyton's guy, again, I'm all in. Because why, Jen? Why am I all in?
Because you're in bed with Sean Payton.
We're all in bed with Sean Payton. So you know what? We're not only in bed with Sean now, we're in bed with Bo.
We're gonna
We're
need
all
a bigger bed.
we need a
Yeah.
bigger bed. I'm
Yeah.
in bed with Bo. Let's go. Let's
Um.
go.
Oh, I had something here I wanted to read, and now Oh, a little off topic, and Jody's calling it a low blow, but he wants to know how did the Knicks blow a 6 point lead with 30 seconds left last
Who
night?
asked that?
Jody Moncrief.
Oh my God. All I'm going to say is this, Jen, and I said this on K&K. I have full confidence in the New York Knicks, our New York Knicks, that we're going to get it done in the next 2 games. But these next 2, and with this summer, Jen, agree or disagree with me, and with this summer being the biggest offseason in the history of the New York Knicks, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Greek Freak, Embiid, KD, Donovan Mitchell. These next two games for every player on this team except Jalen Brunson and everybody on this coaching staff except Rick Brunson. These two games are franchise-changing games because everything's in play if we don't win one of the next two games. Agree or disagree with me on that?
I mean, I agree to an extent. You know, I'm not as cutthroat as you when it comes to this stuff. You're firing people
No, no, no,
not
no.
even day to day, play to play on the
No,
court.
listen to what
Yeah,
I'm saying, Jen.
I do not, Kurt. We've discussed
I'm
it
gonna
ad
say,
nauseum. I
but
know
wait,
what you're saying.
just give me one more second, please. The difference is we are now in a championship window. And there's not a lot of times where, you have the ability to go get one or go get possibly two bigger names, better fits. And we all know, listen, the Knicks outwork teams, they out hustle teams, but you know, they legitimately have the one star with Brunson. And personally, as much as I love this team, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we can't win a championship the way it's constructed right now. We're
No,
missing at
agreed.
least one
We
piece.
there's a missing piece for
So
sure, for sure.
when those pieces are available and you have a collapse, if we collapse, and hopefully we don't, and I have faith we don't, but
You know, you guys all
a
want to put
lot of
so
people
much.
though, Jen, are playing for their Nick career in the next 2 games.
Okay, okay.
Next two games.
I don't disagree, but you guys all put so much, stock on like this last game. You know, like we're here where we are. I mean, Tibbs has gotten this team to outperform. They're overachieving with what they've gone through this season. I mean, he
Right.
got this team to get the 2 seed. Tibbs's fault last night. I mean, give me a break. Because of Tibbs, we have the chance to get, if it goes to 7, to play a home game. You know, so I mean, you gotta see the big picture. I mean, everybody's armchair quarterback the next day. You know, it's so frustrating. You know, I mean, give me a break. These players got you can't play for your players either. You can't have Josh Hart miss a crucial free throw. You can't have Mitchell Robinson foul somebody on a 3 pointer and make it a 4 point play. You can't have Jalen Brunson, who I love to death, have a crucial turnover. It's the and they're all at fault, but they're human. Those mistakes are going to happen in every game, even to professional athletes. I mean, you expect them to not make mistakes. It's infuriating.
I know this though. In these next two games, I can't have Maxey scoring 48 points. That's on the coach. You better, I don't care, double, triple, do what they do with Brunson. And again, if Embiid, tip your hat. If Tobias Harris hits shots, tip your hat. If Campaign beats us, tip your hat. But you can't,
Listen, hats off to Maxi. He played out
but
of
you
his
can't be
mind last
stubborn.
night.
There's got to be a way when that coach has to say, just like in football, when a team is just running the ball down your throat, there has to be a team that comes from a staff that says 9 in the box. You just can't take it. If this guy's going off tomorrow, I want doubles and triples at him all game. Double them, triple them. That's coaching. Don't be stubborn. We sit here and said Sean Payton stubborn with the Russell Wilson thing, right or wrong. We did.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did. And you know what? So it
Listen, but
goes like that for basketball.
I think Tibbs has made adjustments game to game here. So give him a chance. You're already
Right,
crucifying him. We
here's
haven't
the
even
thing.
had the next game yet.
I don't want to give I don't have time for chance. I don't have
No,
time.
no, no, no.
I have
I'm
a
saying he's
window.
gonna if there's adjustments
Well, yeah,
from
I'm giving
last
him
game.
chance. You know when his chance is? Tomorrow and Saturday. Get it done, or your job is on the line.
I'm I'm
Get it done.
surprised. I'm surprised to hear you say these things. You were a coach. I was a
Yep.
coach. You go from your last game. This is a 7 game series,
Yeah.
right? It's not just like you see a team once or twice in a season. This is you've seen them a ton of times throughout the season. Now you're seeing them possibly 7 times in a row. Yes, something needed to be fixed. I'm saying a chance tomorrow to fix what
Oh
went wrong. You're
yeah,
already crucifying him
absolutely.
as if he's not going to make adjustments on Maxi.
Absolutely.
You
I
don't think
want
that
him to.
film session today was all about what are we
Right.
going to do to make sure Maxi doesn't get 50?
You didn't listen to what I'm saying. If we win this series, I forget about game 5. I forget about it. Great job, Tibbs. Great job. I forget about it. But if we lose, you're number one with the circle. You're number one. That's the difference. That's where I say this all the time. I don't care what Dak Prescott does against the Cardinals in the regular season. I don't care what Aaron Judge does against the Twins in the regular season. And I don't care what Tibbs does against the Pelicans.
You know what
I care about. A championship.
You said you weren't going to get fired up.
Relax. No, but this is what I care about.
You sound like,
and you know what,
Tibbs? You sound like
you know what?
A non-athlete.
From Tibbs,
you sound like a non-athlete.
No, I'm going to say this one more time. From Tibbs to Brunson to Hart to Richardson to all the guys they're all at fault for last night. We could stay there an hour.
100%. 100%. Everybody's got to take ownership.
Tibbs, I'm going to tell you this. You have 2 games against a hobbled superstar. And the last one is in your building.
All right, let's get back to the Broncos.
You better win one of the 2.
We got some comments we want to catch up on. In fact, we got Nigel's comment I wanted to get in here. Nigel checking in from Facebook. He said something worth talking about. Davis Webb is the quarterback coach and could be a coordinator next season. How about Stidham as quarterback coach next year? He is well liked in the locker room.
I'd rather have him as coach than quarterback. I could tell you that. I don't have a problem with me. In all seriousness, I don't have a problem with something like that. I really don't. I wouldn't even care, honestly, if like Bridgewater as a coach. I don't want them to play. I don't care about if you want to be a coach, right? But did you ever hear of Webb as a quarterback?
No,
right? So, that doesn't matter. Like, to me, if you want to be a coach, that's totally fine, right? People could turn around and say, oh my God, Gary backup quarterback, right? But listen, Gary Kubiak became an unbelievable coach. I'm not going to sit there and say, I want Gary Kubiak as my starting quarterback, or I'm going to learn behind Kubiak as a quarterback. He was a backup quarterback, but you know what? A lot of times backup quarterbacks do make like great coaches, right? Because they take that, they understand the game plan. That's what they learn. So I would have no problem with that. Absolutely not. I like Wayne's comment.
Which one's getting hot in here?
It's getting hot
in here. Yeah, we a little off tangent. Jody wrote, "Sorry guys."
Yeah. No, but you know what? I'm sorry. Listen, if we get on here with Sean Payton, we got to get on with Tibbs. And listen, I love Tibbs. I want Tibbs as my coach, but business is business. We got to win.
I'm not saying Tibbs is perfect. I'm not saying I don't disagree with some of the stuff he did last night, but to say it's completely his fault is ridiculous. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
I never said that. Well, I just told you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you said at one point today that this loss was 100% on Tibbs.
No. I'm going to tell you one more time. We'll get off this topic. It's Tibbs is at fault. Brunson's at fault. Josh Hart.
Yeah, agreed.
Everybody last night, everybody was at fault.
And you know what? It's a recipe for disaster when you have that many guys like make crucial mistakes.
But what I'm saying though, now listen, yesterday is over. The next 2 days, the next 2 games, hopefully it's tomorrow. But if the next 2 games, everybody besides Brunson is playing or coaching for their Knicks careers. That's just the way it goes. Because you have a lot of people available and expectations have changed now. So if they can't deliver now in the clutch, we might have to upgrade, right?
You know what, though? I'm going to be honest with you, Kurt. Even if they do deliver in the clutch and none of those stars is available, they still have to go.
Yeah.
Or be relegated to a different position, a non-starter, becoming a non-starter. They might, so I'm going to be honest with you. Just because they perform well, in this stretch of the playoffs doesn't mean they're safe either, to be honest.
Right.
If that's what you have to give up to get, because we still need Dante DiVincenzo could have the game of his life tomorrow. But you know what? If we have to give him up to get Greek Freak, I'm sorry. Bye-bye.
He's going. Right. I like Trevor's comment, Jen.
Which one? I'm loving this. The Road to Me show. Yeah. This is like a nightly occurrence in our
Oh
house.
yeah, this isn't live. And if Kurt is smart, he loses every debate with her.
Thank you, Albert. He should be smarter.
But listen, we talk about it, and we're just sitting here right now. Think about it. Kenny asked a question, and Jody's asking. We're all asking this question, right? We just said, if it doesn't work for Bo Nix, let me ask you something. Is Sean Payton the Hall of Fame coach, Jen?
Is he a potential Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But if it doesn't work, we're debating. Is he going to be gone? Is he not going
Right,
to?
right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sports. That's
Yeah,
sports.
right.
He's
For
here.
players
He's
and
getting paid a
coaches.
lot of money, but he's here to win. He's not here to sign autographs. He's not here to take pictures. He's here to win. And if it doesn't work, he's not going to be here. It doesn't matter if Bo Nix was a first-round pick. Guess what? If Bo Nix doesn't work out in 2 years, Kenny's right. Broncos are going to draft somebody else. He's going to be gone. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. So,
Kurt, we're just ending our time here, so I know we got a little off topic, but it was all good.
Let's all blame
sports
Jody
talk.
Moncrief for that. But no.
Closing thoughts for the evening.
Closing thoughts. First off, Jody's absolutely right. It's an absolute shame that Mike Shanahan is not in the Hall of Fame. Is Trevor Kurt might be sleeping on the couch every night after the debate show.
Yeah, because he's in bed with Sean Payton. He's
yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're all sleeping on the couch with Sean. We're all on the couch with Sean.
Kurt and Sean are on the couch tonight.
Yeah. You know what, Jen? We really got it. We should just do 1 week. In all seriousness, the ratings would be great. 1 week, and we should just have our anybody in the chat throw out a debate question. Not a debate question, but all right, guys, debate this. And we should do it for a week. It would just be fantastic. It would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. Wayne saying Mike should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. 100%, Wayne. I mean, that it's just it's mind-boggling how this guy Mike Shanahan is not a Hall of Fame. He will. I think he will. I think I 100% he will. But getting to that, Jen, listen, we all have to get behind Bo Nix as Bronco fans now. This is our guy. Pearl said might be fun. Oh, it'll be must watch TV, Pearl. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? Jody said he said, I've said sorry. I wanted to be so calm tonight, and he got me fired up. Jen, you got me fired up because you were debating this. Kenny's been firing me up all day with Tibbs. Kenny's gonna have a shirt on tomorrow. I want Tibbs fired. Kenny's gonna be like the first guy with the Tibbs with his with the X on. But Sean and Bo are gonna join Kurt on the couch. Don't worry, Kurt. I gotta get the picture with the bed, right? It's me, Sean. It's all of us and Sean. I am 100% Bo Nix. Let's go Broncos. Let's go, Wayne. That's what it's all about. No more debates about who we're gonna get, what we should do, who could we trade for, who could we sign, who could we start. This is Bo Nix's team. It's the Bo Nix era. And you know what? Instead of complaining to each other of let's, of get this guy and get that guy, you know what we're gonna do, Jen? Me, Wayne, Nigel, Jody, Michael, Trevor, Albert, Keith. You know what we're going to do, Jen?
What? I'm waiting. What?
We're all going to join forces and go get that SLB from Kansas City. That's what we're going to do. And you know who we're going to do it behind? Bo effing Nix, baby. Because he's got moxie. He's got the it factor. And this is Bo Nix's team. So you know what? Let's go. And first thing I want to do is we're going to go to Javante. We're going to go to Estime. We're going to say Kansas City. We're going to run it right down your throat. And then after we're done running it down your throat, then we'll let Bo Nix make some plays. And then you know what? It becomes our division again. So that's what it's about. Let's go.
Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight. Thank you for the comments and interaction. Mr. Valenti, thank you. Michael saying Bo knows football. Let's go Broncos. Wayne saying start on week 1. Let's go. Bo knows Broncos football. Wayne saying love it. Love it.
Let's go. Let's go. Bo's here. And you know what? Let's go Broncos. Have a good night, guys. See you guys next week.